Hello and welcome to the video. Today we will be talking about how to grow your nape area long and healthy. What is nape hair? It's a section of your head so infamous in the black community, we've labelled it as the kitchen. A bit of a weird one that. I've never understood why, because everyone loves a kitchen. Well, in all accuracy, we usually love what comes out of it. Yummy cookies, cakes, stews, sustenance. Why then have we named one of the most challenging areas of our hair after one of the most beloved rooms in our homes? Serious question. If you know why that is, then leave it in the comments below. Usually when someone refers to their nape as a kitchen, it's to complain about how hard it is to tame what grows there. It usually doesn't seem to want to cooperate with the rest of the hair on your head. Those little rolled up curls, or the short broken off strands, or fuzz that refuses to stay slicked down when you do your top knot. The simple truth is that the nape area is often either last in line or entirely forgotten during the wash and conditioning part of the regimen, but is then first in line during the styling phase when we try to wrestle those strands into formation. In the end, something's got to give, and without getting the TLC the little area needs, the strands break off in protest. Be honest with yourself. That little section is all the way down in the back where hardly anyone can see it, unless you style your hair in an updo. So, how much time and effort are you really putting into properly maintaining it? The nape area, being most fragile, tangles very easily, often creating those wretched little fairy knots almost in the middle of your strands. If your hair is fine, you know the fragility goes up times 10, so breakage is inevitable if extra attention is not given to that section to prevent those single strand knots, and inevitably the breakage that goes along with it. You will already have a hate-hate relationship with single strand knots if you're natural, but even if your hair is relaxed, you will know that chemical damage is most often experienced and more pronounced at the nape. If you have a broken nape and you want to find ways to nurse it back to health, we have a few suggestions for you that might just do the trick. Number 1. Separate your nape hair from the rest of your hair. When you're working on portions of your hair, it's better to separate it from the rest so that you can focus on it, handle it in a gentler fashion than the rest of your hair, and assess your progress. Quite often we just lump it along with everything else, not giving thought to the adage that suggests that one size does not fit all. It can be easy to forget that some areas need specialized attention by virtue of location. Chances are when your hair is not in a protective style, you automatically swoop it into a bun or ponytail of some sort, pulling on the delicate areas to get the bomb slicked down look. Isolating the nape area allows you to remember that you need to be gentler in handling hair in that area. Number 2. Massage a damaged area with castor oil. Castor oil, or Jamaican black castor oil, is probably the most popular and recommended oil for any sort of mild alopecia or as a general aid for hair growth. Massaging your scalp is known to get your blood flowing and the follicles jump-started. When you do the massage, focus on the areas that need the most help, like the nape, making sure the scalp and strands are well coated. If you're enjoying this video, then please give us a like, and a sub to the channel would be amazing too. Please also consider following us on Instagram. Now, back to the video. Number 3. If you've relaxed your hair, save the nape area for last. Typically, you will notice that relaxers are usually applied from the nape forwards. However, if you're having problems with your nape area, we would suggest processing that area last along with the edges, so that the chemical is not sitting there for the longest amount of time. If you process these areas first, then your nape and edges will always be weaker and more vulnerable than the rest of your strands. Bottom line, if you want to avoid an impoverished looking nape, then leave the perimeter for last if you're relaxing. Number 4. Do not include the nape in any protective styles involving extensions. If you're sporting a braided protective style, do not add hair to the nape area. This way, the nape has no additional weight added to it and remains protected and untampered with for the duration of the style. Even if you're not into extensions, your styling options can affect your nape hair. Buns have already been mentioned, but other go-to styles that force you to consistently place tension on your nape hair do apply. Number 5. Protect, protect, protect. Keep your nape section braided either in single individual braids with no extensions or in a single cornrow braided across for majority of the time. You can take the braids or cornrows down temporarily to moisturize and seal your hair, but when you're done, re-braid the section. When you're wearing your hair down, the cornrow will be nicely hidden away, but your nape will remain protected and be less likely to break. You can carry on with this technique of leaving that nape alone until you're satisfied with your growth progress. Number 6. Don't use combs or brushes on the nape. In styling and detangling, we commonly use combs or brushes to help us manipulate the hair and train it in the direction we want it to go for the purpose of the style. My suggestion is to avoid taking a comb, brush, or any styling tools or accessories to the hair at the nape that you're trying to grow out. It is best that you use finger detangling only and avoid using anything that may cause further breakage in this sensitive area. Perhaps a bobby pin for the updo is not such a great idea after all. Aside from creating friction that can break off the hair while combing, you may risk causing breakage while removing pins or hair clips. That's it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully these tips will help you tidy up your kitchen. Have a lovely rest of the week and all the best in your hair journey.